He would have taken control of the airship and got it back on an even keel.
That a huge fin on the rear of the craft that is essential for steering has also been severely damaged.
A large piece of fabric was ripped away from the fin, causing drag on the back. There was a chance that the entire fin could be ripped off, and then the ship would crash into the ocean.
Repairing the airship mid-flight will take courage, strength, and nerves of steel.
To repair the damage, volunteers are going to have to go outside the airship onto that 75-foot long fin over a raging sea. It's absolutely crazy, but these repairs were essential.
Eckner puts the matter to his crew and asks for volunteers for this dangerous mission. 4 men come forward, among them his own son. Clinging to the metal frame, they climb out into the gale and begin the painstaking job of repairing the gigantic fin.
They actually have to sew it back down and use blankets to fill in the empty spots.
Finally, after almost 2 hours, the men complete the job and return to the cabin.
Eckner must have been quite relieved. Now they can continue their journey.
On October 15, 1928, the Graf Zeppelin lands in New Jersey, completing its first non-stop transatlantic passenger flight of more than 6,000 miles.
Eckner must have been full of pride. His dream was finally realized. He had made it to America with the Graf Zeppelin.
In its 12-year career, the airship goes on to cover 1 million miles, making just under 600 successful flights. And today, this small piece of fabric from the Graf Zeppelin is on display at the San Diego Air and Space Museum. It stands as a testament to one man who rose to the challenge and made his lofty dreams a reality. Few American cities take sports quite as seriously as Chicago, Illinois. A century ago, one of this town's most popular pastimes wasn't played in stadiums, but in busy social halls. The game of pool. And celebrating the history of the Green Bays is the Chicago Billiard Museum. On display is chalk used on pool sticks in the 1880s, wooden racks from the early 1900s, and a vintage wind-up toy version of the game itself. But the object in the collection with the strangest story to tell could easily be overlooked.
The item weighs 5.5 grams. It's made of really hard plastic. It's round and smooth to the touch. On the item's surface is the number 12 and the face of a man.
This billiard ball recalls a pint-sized pool player who became the greatest of them all.
This is a story about a young boy, a cunning plan, and an epic career.
It's 1919 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 6-year-old Willie Mosconi lives with his parents above the family-owned pool hall. Not surprisingly, the young lad soon becomes fascinated with the game.
Willie was a curious, precocious kid. He loved the noise of the balls, the color and clack, and the manly talk in the room.
Willie is determined to grow up to be the best pool player in the world.
Willie obsessed over where he was just to play. Willie would sneak out of his room at night, go down to the pool ring.
But one night, his father catches him at it, and despite it being the family business, he comes down hard on the boy.
Pool halls have always had a bit of a shady reputation because of the gambling, the drinking, and fights.
He wants his son to have an upstanding career, not the life of a pool player.
Joseph forbade Willie from playing pool.
Not only that, every night he locks up all the cues and balls, so there is no way his son can practice. Willie is devastated, but he refuses to give up on his dream.
Willie was very determined to play, even though his dad didn't want him to.
What the young pool shark does next will change his life forever.
Willie's days of scheming had only just begun.
Unable to use real billiard balls and cue sticks, he improvises.
He went to the pantry, found some potatoes,
picked out the roundest, most resembled pool balls.
As for a cue stick, he swipes a long wooden broom from the closet.
For a kid that age to come up with that plan is pretty impressive.
Willie uses his makeshift equipment to continue his training.
He would practice on pretty much any flat surface he had access to, whether it be the kitchen table or the floor.
And his hard work gets results.
All the sneaking around and breaking his father's rules were paying off. He was starting to get better.
Then, one day, Willie is helping his dad in the pool hall when a stranger walks in looking for a game. With no other customers in the hall, the young kid spies his chance.
Not to let a good opportunity go to waste, Willie spoke up.
Willie begs his father to let him play.
Willie at that age was really headstrong and determined. He wasn't going to take no for an answer.
So how will this game transform Willie's entire life?
Brought to you by Real Steel. Find yours at steeldealers.com. Create a backyard that's out of this world. Right now, save $50 on the MS250 chainsaw. Real Steel. Find yours.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because only the Sleep Number Climate 360 smart bed lets you each sleep up to 13 degrees cooler or warmer on either side, while you both sleep at your ideal level of firmness, comfort, and support.